Let's take a look at how the layout of the iPad varies just slightly from the layout of the iPhone. So I've got one of our templates opened up here in our lyrics module. So if I go to the upper left where it says 90s Grudge, this would typically be in the middle of the screen on an iPhone. So we're going to have the ability to hit that little gray arrow and we can rename the title of our song. We can export in any of our supported exporting formats. We can also tap on PDF preview and we get a nice preview of what we've been working on if we want to print this or send this off to someone to either use in live or for collaboration. So we always have our guitar charts up top. This one has a description again because I'm working off of one of our awesome templates curated by our Music Sketch team. So one of the other differences of the iPad is up top, you can see these three icons, and starting from the left, we have this fader icon. So this fader icon is what will give you quick access to the audio mixer. This is awesome because we have more real estate on the iPad. You're able to just click up top and have access to that audio mixer right there in an open view. So this is going to be your master audio mixer, and this will allow you to make adjustments to the entirety of your sketch. So just as typical, you can adjust volume, metronome, count in, tempo. You can transpose, which right now I actually have it down one semitone. You can manipulate your drum loops, interact with your chords and your bass line. So another thing to connect with the audio mixer is if each section has their own individual audio mixer. So if we click on the three little dots and we hit the audio mixer, I'm going to show you how you can also recognize that you've made a change. So if I go here, let's click on chords and let's change this guitar to a 12-string acoustic. You're going to get a grayed out fader icon next to the title by verse. That just is to let you know that you've made an adjustment that varies from the master audio mixer into a section's individual audio mixer. So let's look at the second icon up top. This is a pretty simple one. So if I just click on these three guitars, it allows you to quickly see what guitar charts you've chosen, what voicings you've chosen for the chords that you're using with inside your sketch. And then to the right, we have our song settings icon. So this allows you again to just change the style, and you can actually also access the audio mixer inside of the song settings as well. So let's look at something that's cool to do with the Apple Pen. So I'm going to delete my verse. So we can use the Apple Pen at our discretion. Some people prefer the Apple Pen, some people prefer to use their finger. Either works just as fine and just as fluently. So if I just go ahead and type a verse like that, it's going to drop it right into the title. It's pretty fun, pretty unique, and I'm just going to hit done there. Another thing that's cool on the iPad that you can still do on the iPhone, we can reorder our sections. And so this is a really unique feature because it allows you to make sections and not be locked into whether they're a verse, chorus, intro, outro. So if I just tap and hold, I can quickly maneuver those sections. And again, it just opens up the possibilities of experimentation when you're working inside of a given sketch. And the last thing I'll go over with the Apple Pen, that's again up to the user's discretion, but a lot of people do prefer to use the Apple Pen. So it's nice that we've been able to create a way for the Apple Pen to coincide with Music Sketch. So if I click on chord timing, just as usual, I can tap and hold on these chords and drag them around. I can tap on these chords and change which chord it is at my own leisure. So happy composing, and as always, find your groove.